Hey guys, welcome back to GSC. So the 7.3 is behind me and it's got a bit of a leak in the valley and it looks like it's an Hpop line. So what we're gonna do is climb up in this thing, look down at the Hpop lines, I'll kind of point them out, and then we'll figure out how to change these things because, well, it's probably the only way to fix it. So we're up here in the engine bay and you can see one of our Hpop lines is here and goes down next to the fuel bowl. There is quite a bit of oil there. The crossover one back by the spider behind it appears to be pretty oily. And then there's another one. Kind of see him at the bottom here, comes out of the Hpop, feeds around this side, and then goes up over by the valve cover. So I'm gonna start working on getting some of the stuff out of the way, and that way we can actually see them. I'm gonna pull the spider out, and then we'll determine which is our leaker, pull them off, and if I can get away with re-O-ringing them, then I will. Otherwise, I've got brand new ones sitting on the tailgate of the truck, and we'll swap them over. All right, so spider's out, everything's unplugged, and this is your driver's side Hpop line. Passenger side's down here, feeds across and goes into the valve, or the oil reel over here rather, not the valve cover. And the port's back here for a crossover, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the upgraded crossover for this. And they go into the Hpop right down here. You can kind of see port 1 and port 2. So I've got to work on digging my way down to those. But first things first, I'm going to do the crossover and work on getting them out of the oil rails. So get tools, get those popped out, and go from there. So I started with the easy one. Those are a 16mm plug. It comes out of the return for the rail. Pulled that out and put the crossover in. The new fittings are 17mm that goes into the rail, and they're 19mm on the line. So 1 down, 2 to go. Gonna see about getting this guy out of the rail here, and see about getting the rail out of here. It's a little hard to get to. So I'll get those popped off, and we'll check out these old lines and get ready to reassemble. After a bit of an arm wrestling match with the old 7.3, got the driver's one on, passenger one on, rear one on, so all of our Hpop lines are in. One thing I'm going to note is go ahead and take this fuel line off here, remove that fitting, and it gives you perfect access to the bottom of the Hpop where they come out. All our O-rings are on, so I'm going to go ahead and grab some rags and try to clean up inside the valley here a little bit because the fuel will drain into it. And then we should be ready to reassemble and fire this thing up, hypothetically, because we've got Hpop lines. We're all reassembled, everything's in. Hpop lines are on, new boots on the spider. I ended up just not replacing the upper ones because they don't look too terrible yet. So, save these for later. But the Hpop lines are on. I'll go and get my tools here cleaned up and we'll do a test fire. All right, she's alive. I forgot to bleed the fuel bowl. And obviously the oil rails are gonna have a little bit of air in them from changing the lines, but we'll let it idle, push the air out, and take it for a test drive, see how it is. But there's our Hpop lines in a Super Duty 7.3. Thanks, guys.